All right. So today we have a very, very important topic, and it's the S word. It's the importance of submission. That's the S word, submission, as a Christian artist. The importance of submission as a Christian artist. That is what we're talking about today. And well, a lot of people talk about this and say, well, why do I have to submit to somebody? Why do I have to submit to this pastor? And I think submission is a biblical word, and it is actually a biblical act. So we see it in submitting to God. The Bible says, submit yourself therefore to God, resist the devil, and he will flee from you. So in submitting to God, sometimes people think in submitting to God, they think, well, I'm just submitting to the invisible person up there. But in submitting to God, we have to submit to people. Do you know that? The same way the Bible says, wives, submit to your own husbands as unto the Lord. They're doing it to the Lord, but there's a husband there who is physically there, who is receiving that submission. So I think it's important for us to know as Christian artists, submission is not a dirty word. So we kind of think, well, I can't submit to this man. I can't submit to this pastor. Why should I even be in any church? So even worse, why should I even be in any church submitting to anybody? I can just do my Lone Ranger thing. I'm just going to do my music, go from church to church. They invite me. I stay at home. I watch whoever I want to watch online, but I don't submit to anybody. That's not Christian. That's not Christian. We submit to somebody. And I think it's important that you come under leadership. God didn't put all those leadership positions in church, pastors, teachers, all those people. God didn't put shepherds in church just for fun. They are to cater for the souls of people and his people. So it's important that as a Christian artist, that you're not doing this spiritual work and you have nowhere to come back to submit yourself, to be accountable. There's nowhere for you to be accountable. I think it's important. A lot of Christian artists have made a shipwreck of their lives, because on the day that the devil caught them and really handed it down to them, they didn't have a house of worship. They had no pastor, nobody who they submitted to, nobody who they were accountable to. So when it happened to them on their blind side, happened to them on the bad day, and they were just there and they just gave up. Because, when you have a pastor, you have an overseer, somebody who you are submitted to, that, okay, I went on tour, but when I finish on tour, I'm back in this house. I worship here. I even serve here. Not every artist serves in their church due to the nature of what we do, but a lot of artists do serve in their church. But the main thing is that you come home, you are able to receive a word, you're able to even give account of what you have done you've been away for 3 months. Oh, this is where I've been. This is what I've been doing. This is where I went. And even while you're away, you are sending account. This is where I'm going to be. I'm going to be here for 6 weeks. I'm going to be in this country. So I send a message, Pastor, I'm going to be here. Please pray for me. All those little bits of encouragement. Pastor, please pray for me. I'm going to this church for the first time. I'm going to this city. I don't know how it is. Or I'm feeling this. I feel this in the spirit. Oh, Pastor, can you please agree with me? Or you have a person in church who agrees with you. You have a group of people who agree with you. That is, you are submitting yourself to instruction. You are submitting yourself to direction. You are submitting yourself to wisdom. So nobody can. So you can't say that. Oh well, I don't need anybody. I don't need to submit to anybody. What happens? A lot of people who say that, they normally find how wrong they were when they get into trouble. And then they find that there's nobody to talk to, because I never gave up anybody the opportunity to speak into my life. So those people are not even there. I don't even know their numbers. I don't even know I don't know anybody. So I'm just there hanging, and the devil would have a field day on you. And so submission is an important for artists, because of what we do. We go into so many different places. We meet so many different people, nice people, not so nice people, people with all kinds of intentions. But when we submit ourselves and our gifts to God and the shepherd who he has placed in our lives, you find that you have someone who you can share with, and who can also bring direction to your life. And if you obviously have to trust people enough to be able to submit. But submission, actually, when you look at it biblically, doesn't say submit. Actually, doesn't even say submit because you trust. It says it's submission that is really you are submitting to God by submitting to that person. That's really what it is. You're submitting to God by submitting to that person. So God said, this is my representative here. You stay under him. You stay under her and work here. But you know that you're submitting to me, but this is the person that I want you to talk to. So I think it's very, very important for us artists. I think maybe because of what we do, you know, we meet guys, meet girls, and you can quickly pick up your phone and say, Pastor, this is getting hot over here. You can pick up the phone and call somebody and say, oh no, this is not looking good. I'm about to do something. I've had this bad habit and I've been put in a hotel and all the pornographic channels are switched on. Blah, 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 blah. You've got to quickly say, Lord, I need a prayer. And the pastor will say, okay, I think, can you change the hotel? Can you do something? Can you tell? No, because maybe at that point your mind is just going in 1,000 directions. He can say to you, oh, why don't you just tell the hotel, can they block those channels? Say something. Speak up. Don't keep it in your mind. When you have people around you who you submit to, they're able to give you, because at that point your mind is going in 1,001 directions. But now you're able to, somebody comes and says, okay, calm down, do this. They bring direction, they help you. And that's the purpose. I know sometimes some people maybe feel like they've been abused in certain places, therefore they don't want to submit to anybody. But that's not the right place. You're like a vagabond, roaming the earth with no direction. You're just going to say, but God is leading me. God is leading you. Yes, God is leading you. But He's put people in front of you. He's put people there to help you, to hold your hand and to direct you. So I can do with that. No, we must, like you have a father, you've got a family. There must be a family that you belong to. You must belong to a family. Don't forsake the assembling of the saints. You must be among a community of believers. You must, even if it's a fellowship, it's a church, there must be a community of believers where you submit. So I think for me, it's very, very important. Don't think of it as something that is some old-fashioned thing. It's not. And it's not some sort of control over your life. It brings accountability. Accountability. That's really the purpose of it. And I think it's a very, very important aspect because of what we do. Very, very important. Okay, so we're going to leave it here. And I hope you've benefited from this discussion. So if you have any questions, remember, all the questions, let's see it in the comment section and I will answer your questions. And also if you want to talk some more, discuss some more, please put in all your comments down there in the comment section and like the channel, share this video, like the video, share with your family and friends, with other artists, share the video. And if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, hey, subscribe now. Okay. It's been a pleasure coming your way. Bye.